Good evening to each and every one of you all. Thank you for being here tonight. We'll start our workshop April the 1st, 2025, 6:30 p.m. Madam Clerk, we call the roll, please.
Commissioner King,
Present.
Commissioner Berry,
Present.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Present.
Mayor Collins.
Present. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. We do appreciate you, and the ones on live screen, thank you for as well for joining us tonight in reference to our workshop. At this present time, we will start with our call to order. Afterward, to close it. Well, let me go back. I'm sorry. Forgive me. We will start with this, the roll call, the prayer, the pledge of allegiance, disclosure of voting conflict, presentation and proclamation. We have a special event application tonight by Mr. Freeman, Peoples of Purpose, and Peoples of Purpose proclamation, and Alicia Pittman, our volunteer. I think I'm moving too fast for the Vice Mayor. I do apologize.
Take your time.
Moving too fast. Excuse me, audience. This computer moved a little fast on me at this time here. Okay, I repeat, Alicia Pittman, volunteer and outreach coordinator, community greening. Opportunity for the public to address the commission, consent agenda. At this present time, Commissioner, do you have any questions in reference to the consent agenda?
No, sir.
All right, Commissioner King,
None, sir.
Commissioner Berry.
No question.
All right, thank you. We'll continue. Our resolution number 08-2025. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
Mr. Mayor, before the clerk reads Resolution 08-2025, there will be an add-on to the presentation. It will be the assistant principal from Lakeshore Middle School, Mr. Reginald McKelvin, and he will provide a update from Lakeshore Middle School. McKelvin, yes.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. We'll continue with our agenda for tonight in the workshop, Resolution 08-2025. Madam Clerk, read the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, authorizing the city manager to enter into a marketing agreement with the utility service partner, Private Label Inc., DBA Service Line Warranties of America, SLWA, for advertisement to the city's residents of warranty plan for the repairs of external water lines, external sewer lines, in-home plumbing on residential property, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager Campbell.
Mr. Mayor, Commission, this is the item that was tabled from the last meeting. We do have we're trying to get Ms. Ashley Shawarski on, the representative for the, as requested by the commission online, to give any additional further updates on this item. Okay,
She's at this workshop. and she'll
you
be
want her
the
at the
meeting.
workshop, or do you want her on the 7 o'clock meeting?
7
What's your
o'clock.
preference? 7
Okay.
o'clock.
Please.
All right,
Thank you.
Ashley, I know you could hear me, and I'll also hear your feedback. We're gonna have you at the 7 o'clock meeting. All righty, thank you.
Thank you, City Manager Campbell. Any questions for the Resolution 08-2025 from the Commission? Here none, we'll continue. Resolution 13-2025. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, approving a special event application for the People of Purpose, Inc. event at Tanner Park facilities, and authorizing the city manager to take all necessary and expedient action to effectuate the intent of this resolution, provided for representation, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager
Mr.
Campbell.
Mayor, Commission, as was performed in 2023, the People of Purpose will host an event at Tanner Park. Staff is recommending approval with the understanding that there's no parking. The Special Events Committee did meet and go over some recommendations with Mr. Freeman regarding Resolution 13-2025 in his application. He has made application and will provide security for the event as required. They know not to park within the park area. There will be extra containers, garbage receptacles required, and Mr. Freeman has agreed to those items. Staff is recommending approval of Resolution 13/2025.
Thank you, sir.
Also, Mr. Freeman will be here to provide as a proclamation for Second Chance on the agenda as well, and he is here to provide any additional updates or information that the commission may desire.
All right, thank you, City Manager Campbell. Any question for this commission per Resolution 13/2025? I just want to say one thing, thank Mr. Freeman for bringing this program to the city of South Bay. It's a wonderful program. I have attended a program in Belgrade at the Pioneer Park, and it was fantastic. The number of people that came out and the different items that he have offered to the different ones that come out to that event there. So he stated to me that he would like to just move from city to city. So this year he's down in the city of South Bay. And I want to thank Mr. Freeman and the staff for each and every one of them for bringing this event to the city of South Bay to let other people know that this event is an ongoing thing and you have been doing it every year. So this year being the city of South Bay, so they have the opportunity to venture in, come in and see exactly what the Peoples of Purpose offer. And it's a great, wonderful program. And I feel that each and every one of those individuals who come to this particular event, they will enjoy and they will get something from it. And Mr. Freeman, thank you for bringing this event to the city of South Bay, sir. In addition, a question from this commission per this resolution. Here none, we continue. Resolution 14/2025. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, accepting the proposal for external auditing services from HCT Certified Public Accountants and Consultants LLC in response to the City of South Bay's request for proposal number 2025-01, authorizing the city manager to negotiate compensation and bring back a recommendation for consideration by the City Commission, providing for adoption, for representation, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager Campbell.
Mr. Mayor, Commission, pursuant to Section 218.391 of the Florida statutes, the City of South Bay established an auditor selection committee and issued RFP 2025-01 for financial auditing services on January 31st, 2025 on Demand Star and on the city's website. On March 11, 2025, the committee met to perform its statutorily mandated responsibilities and to review all submitted bids. The committee reviewed and considered one single proposal in response to RFP 2025-01 from HCT Certified Public Accountants and Consultants. After considering the recommendations of the Auditor Selection Committee, the City Commission of City of South Bay hereby selects HCT Certified Public Accountants and Consultants LLC as a qualified proposal. City Commission further desires to authorize the city manager to negotiate reasonable compensation with HCT Certified Public Accountants and Consultants LLC, consistent with the contract terms set forth in RFP 2025-01, and also work with the city attorney on finalizing the contract to bring back with the recommendation to the City Commission for consideration. Staff recommends approval of Resolution 14/2025.
Thank you, City Manager Campbell. In addition, information you would like to add to this particular resolution, the Chair of the Audit Committee, Commissioner Berry.
I think the manager has summarized our process, which started June 2024. And so we have made significant progress to bring a recommendation from the committee to the commission. Thank you.
All right, thank you. In addition, questions from this commission's per Resolution 14/2025.
Yes, Mayor.
Commissioner Key.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Were there any additional business that replied to the RFP for this bid?
Only one.
Only one?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Key. Thank you, City Manager. In addition, question from this commission per Resolution 14/2025. Here none, we'll continue with our agenda for tonight, the workshop. Roosevelt Elementary School report.
Mr. Hightower will not be here tonight, so I will do the Roosevelt Elementary School report.
All right, thank you, Vice Mayor. Our financial report, Commissioner Barry or either Mr. Solomon.
Mr. Soderman,
You good?
we're good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. City Clerk's report.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to remind the commission about the schedule for the city manager's performance evaluation. April 1st, commissioners are encouraged to meet with the city manager individually to discuss their evaluation, and then second meeting, April 15th, is a deadline for the completion of the evaluation forms. That's all.
All right, thank you, City Clerk. In addition, any question from the commission per the City Clerk report? Your non-city manager report.
Just a few items, Mr. Mayor. I know you all have received your letter from U.S. Congresswoman McCormick's office regarding the $1 million. I spoke about it during our last meeting, but the official response did come from the office, informing us of the budget decision that removed all of the community-funded projects from the federal budget, and we have to start that process over. Moving over into our state item, received the correspondence from Mr. Connors. As you know, the House and the Senate released their respective budgets for FY 2025-2026. The Senate has proposed a $117.36 billion budget, while the House proposed budget is $112.95 billion. The City of South Bay's budget requests are in the Senate version SPB 2500. The South Bay LEED Certified Resiliency Hub and Community Center fully funded in the Senate budget at $2.3 million. South Bay Rail Regional Commerce Park Development Epicenter fully funded at $875,000. The South Bay Southwest 11th Avenue improvement of $1.8 million is fully funded. All of these items are fully funded as proposed in the Senate version of the budget. These proposals are not in the House version. The House and Senate will pass out their budget sometimes next week, and the budget conference will commence later in the session to iron out the differences. And just note that we must caution that there's still a long ways to go. We still have 5 more weeks before this session ends, and before the two chambers bridge the $4.4 billion gap and finalize the budget that we provided to the governor. But we are at a very promising start. So as of right now, in the Senate side, all of our items are fully funded. I would also like to add, if you reach out to your senator, Senator Berman, each senator has a total of 3 proposals that they're able to present to the Senate president. Senator Berman submitted her 3, and her 3 were all from the City of South Bay. So send your thank yous to Senator Berman, reach out to her just to say thank you for what's being proposed from through her office on behalf of the city of South Bay. Excuse me. So just wanted, that's where we are on the state side at this current moment. Also, under the manager's item, I will discuss further about the Quad City Annual Senior Citizens Sneaker Ball that is scheduled for June 14th, 2025. And there's a request to support that. And the Glades Area Ministerial Association Clergy and Faith Leaders Prep Breakfast, which is scheduled for Saturday, March 22nd at the First Baptist Church, 9 a.m. So I think that one, I made the announcement, but we'll make sure that the clerk get that one out, and we move that one forward. So there are no other items that's from the manager's desk at this time, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, City Manager. We do appreciate that, sir. Any question from this commission for the City Manager report?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor.
Commissioner Poe.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. I wanted to see if we can get an update on the mass text message notification, where we are in that.
The procurement tool is being drafted
Okay.
for bidding processes.
Okay, so we're sending it out.
We're going to send it out. Some of the respondents, they said they did not feel comfortable making presentations. without an actual procurement tool. So they want to see what exactly is the city looking for. So that's going to be reduced to a actual bid in order to get them to respond.
When are you going, you already, putting it together?
Yes.
Okay. I'll stop by and talk with you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. At this present time, city attorney's report.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you. At this present time, I just want to, that when we was in this, just recently returned back from Tallahassee, it was Commissioner King and I. And I think that what the Florida League of Cities, what they are trying to do, and if you're really in a Monday morning call and you listen to what they have to say, and the thing that what is taking place up in Tallahassee. But I just want Commissioner King to elaborate on some of the things that she have achieved and what she have learned since she have become commissioner within the city of South Bay. And I'd like for her to share some of that information tonight to the commissioners, to staff, and to the residents, and to each and every one that's here tonight. Commissioner King.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I did have my notes, but they done deleted out the computer.
Well, I can wait until 7. You want to do it at 7?
Yeah.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. What we do, we'll wait until 7 o'clock, and then she'll be able to move forward with it at the present time. At this present time, entertain a motion to adjourn the workshop.
So move, Mr. Mayor.
Moved by Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Second?
second by Commissioner Pope. Workshop is adjourned or reconvene at 7 o'clock. Good evening to each and every one of you all. Thank you for being here tonight. We will start our commissioner meeting tonight, April the 1st of 2025 at 7 p.m. I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. Thank those on the live feed as well. Thank the Palm Beach County Fire Department and the Sheriff Department for being here as well, and others. At this present time, we'll start our commissioner meeting. At this present time, Madam Clerk, we call the roll. After we have the roll call, we have the prayer by Commissioner Polk, and then we have the pledge of allegiance to the flag. Madam Clerk.
Commissioner King,
Present.
Commissioner Polk,
Here, President.
Commissioner Berry,
Present.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Present.
Mayor Collins.
President, thank you, Madam Clerk, and thank you, Commissioner, with all stand. Pastor B, you're gonna pass it to you, sir.
Eternal wise God, our Father, God, we thank you. We thank you for your goodness, God. We thank you for your mercy. Now, God, as we've gathered here as the community, God, as the city officials, God, of this great city of South Bay, we pray, God, that you guide our hearts, you guide our minds, that we will make the right decisions, God, and do the right thing that's best for the city, God, and its residents, God. Have thy own way tonight, God, and let your will be done, and let this meeting be done decently and in order. We give you praise, honor, and glory now in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Pastor B, thank you for that prayer, sir. You know that we will not start our meeting without a prayer. And because we always need God. And thank you for that wonderful prayer, sir. At this present time, disclose our voting conflict. Commissioner
I
King.
gotta eat my Wheaties.
None, sir.
Thank you, Commissioner Polk.
None, sir.
Thank you, Commissioner Berry.
No
All
conflict.
right, thank you, Vice Mayor McKelvin.
None, sir.
All right, thank you, sir, and none for me either. We'll continue with our presentation and proclamation tonight. At this present time, City Manager Canberra, our special event application, Mr. William Freeman, Peoples of Purpose. Mr. Freeman.
Good afternoon, good evening.
Mr. Freeman, give us your name and your address and use the mic if you don't mind, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. My name is William Freeman. My address is 1501 Calusa Drive, right here in the Belglade area. So, as everyone knows, today is the first day of Second Chance Month. And first of all, I want to say good evening to the commissioners as well as the residents and our officials here. So, as a returning citizen, I feel it's my honor to do a Second Chance Month for those that are coming back from incarceration right here in the Glades area. So I have decided to do a Second Chance Month event right here in Tanner Park. Well, I'm icing to do an event in Tanner Park. And from this year forward, we're no longer gonna move it back and forth. We're gonna just have it right here in South Bay, if that's possible. So I'm asking the commissioners to grant me the opportunity to have that, number one, and then to waive the cost of using the facilities. And as we know, April the 19th is the Saturday before Easter. So I'm also gonna be bringing, I'm not gonna have an Easter egg hunt, I'm just gonna give out eggs to the youth that's coming in as well. So if you have any questions.
Right, thank you, Mr. Freeman. We really do appreciate the work that you do. That you know, although that really know you, the work that you have been doing in the Glaze area, you're doing a fantastic job. Your wife with you and the others, and I know Commissioner King. We have been at different events that you have been put on some of the other commissioners as well, sir. And the thing about it, continue to do what you're doing, sir, because due to the fact each and every one that everyone made mistakes, but by the same token, the individuals that come out, they deserve a second chance, sir, because each and every one of them have been touched some type of way in reference to our family members there, sir. But I just want to say to you, thank you. We appreciate you bringing this event to the city of South Bay. And thank you for just really supporting those individuals who come out of the Correction Institute back into our cities here and use a good role model for those individuals. Because if you can do it, they can do it as well, if they have that willpower and that soul desire, sir. And I just want to say thank you, sir. Commissioner King.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you so much, Mr. Freeman, for all that you do for our returning citizens, our through your program. It has been an honor, working with you, because that's one of my passions, working with returning citizens and, youth that's in the judicial system, trying to assist them with trying to obtain job, finish their education, so they can be a more productive citizens in our community. So I thank you for all that you do with your organization, and looking forward to continue to work with you.
Thank you, Commissioner King. Commissioner Polk.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And again, Mr. Freeman, I ditto the words of my colleagues. Thank you for what you are doing. You and I meet oftentimes because we share mutual clients. Some of the returning citizens that you serve, I also serve them as well. So we'll meet up at their house. So I just want to let the public know that he's doing a great work for our communities. And again, to break the backs of poverty and this cycle of our young men coming out of prison and then find their way back into that system is what he's working to try to break. And so you have my full support, sir. Thank you for what you're doing, sir.
Thank you, Commissioner Polk. Commissioner Barry.
Yes, in addition to thank you, I encourage you to find ways to sustain what you do. A lot of hard work, however, you need funds. You need the support beyond the mouth. You need dollars. So I am with you in terms of finding support. I would recommend that you reach out to the county representative, Baxter, as well as our state representatives. And I know you've done that, just to let them know that you are committed to our community, committed to our mission and vision. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Barry. Vice Mayor McKelvin.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Freeman, for all that you do. Like I echo the sentiments of my colleagues, and I wholeheartedly support everything that you're doing and on this journey. Yes, our young men and our young women need a program like this. So when they do get out, they don't. They have the tools and the capability of not having to go back into the incarceration system. So I fully support everything that you're doing. I say thank you. Also, how many young men and young women are you expecting to come to the event?
So previous years, we had 50 to 100. This year, I'm sorry. Previous years, we've been having 50 to 100. And this year, because it's the weekend before Easter, and I'm looking to see more this year than our previous years.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you. We are willing to accept the application plus the waiving the fee in reference to the event that Mr. Freeman is asking for. Okay, Mr. Freeman.
Mr. Mayor,
Go ahead, sir.
the opportunity to waive the fees, that is not, you would have to be a full sponsor, co-sponsor from the city's perspective to do so. And at this time, I know this event is happening immediately. You're not set aside as a sponsor or a co-sponsor of this event.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, sir.
if you all want to amend the resolution to allow co-sponsorship, you can add that to the resolution. But basically, the manager is correct. You don't, otherwise everybody would be coming and saying waive the fees, right? So you don't have that as an option under your ordinances.
Commissioners?
Yes, we can amend it.
Let's make an amendment.
Okay, may I have a motion and a second to amend the resolution?
And that is resolution. What's the number on that, please? Is this the event on April the 19th?
It's not.
Okay, and you have these flyers out there. Make sure you circulate them. You have that? Excellent.
It's
Excellent.
Resolution 13, 2025.
May I pull that up? Thank you so much.
Got a motion and a second. May I have a motion and a second to amend this resolution 13-020?
Mr. Mayor, if we could do it at the time of the reading of the resolution.
Not a problem, sir. Thank you. We'll do that. Mr. Freeman, thank you, sir. Appreciate you, sir.
Thank you.
We'll continue with our agenda for tonight. At this present time,
13, yes.
We have a proclamation at this time for Peoples of Purpose proclamation. Mr. Freeman, will you come back, sir? Madam Clerk.
Proclamation, second chance proclamation for the people of purpose. Whereas the path to transformation is not always linear, and everyone deserves an opportunity for redemption and growth. Whereas people of purpose has consistently demonstrated its unwavering commitment to uplift individuals in need, providing support, resources, and guides for those in moments of crisis and transition. Now, therefore, we, the city of South Bay, proclaim and celebrate the power of second chance. We commit to help support and continue to extend our hands to those in need, providing compassion, empowerment, and to the tools for success. No matter where they've come from or where they've been, we together stand with second chance, united in the belief that everyone, regardless of their past, has the power to create a brighter future. We honor and resilience of the individuals we support, and we celebrate their progress, growth, and the families they built. We, the city of South Bay, are committed to walking beside them every step of the way, ensuring that the journey towards healing and purpose is not walked alone. Let it be to be a reminder everyone deserves a second chance, and the city of South Bay supports the people of purpose and are here to make that possible, one life at a time. Proclaim this first day of April 2025.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Take your picture.
Good. Thank you. Turn around. The pictures. You got it. That's all right. We got it. Thank you so much. You got it? Thank you. Be blessed in all that you do. And it's not going to be easy. But you just keep on keeping one day at a time. All right.
Commissioner, we'll continue with our agenda for the night. We have additional add-on tonight in reference to our agenda tonight in reference to the presentation of proclamation. We have Mr. Reginald McKelvin from Lakeshore Middle School tonight. Is that something about the commissioners?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. At this particular time, we continue with our presentation proclamation. Ms. Alicia Pittman, volunteer and outreach for coordinator, community greening.
Yes.
Please give your name and address, please. Your name and your address.
Good evening, Alicia Pittman. Need my address? 242 Azakana, South Bay.
Okay.
Good evening, residents as well as commission board. Like I said, my name is Alicia Pittman. I'm with an organization called Community Greening. We are an urban forestry nonprofit. Essentially, our interest continues to be to uplift South Florida's tree canopy in the glades. So my purpose for tonight was pretty much to introduce community greening, but also to further express our work that we've done so far in the Glades community. Community greening, like I mentioned, is an urban forestry nonprofit. Our efforts so far have been to provide free trees to the Glades residents. We've also completed a tree planting at Duck and Paget Park. Commissioner King was one of the commissioners to be able to, our only commissioner to be able to come out, actually our only elected official in the Glades area. Our work in the Glades was federally funded. It was through an EPA grant that was also in partnership with Palm Beach County. Unfortunately, later on yesterday evening, the federal government has rescinded our contract. So we will no longer be continuing our efforts in the Glades area, meaning that any giveaways as well as tree plantings moving forward will be canceled. So that does include this Saturday.
So it's canceled?
Yes. It's incredibly unfortunate and it's hurtful. As a resident, I was born here in the Glaze, and I have a memory of seeing a lot of trees and people taking pride in the green spaces in this area, whether through illness or through hurricanes. We've lost a lot of our green spaces. We lost trees, and there have not been initiatives to put that back. So this was one of those initiatives to put that back. So it's incredibly hurtful to see that come to an end. With that said, excuse me, I have some notes. The reception that we received from the people in the Glaze area has been incredibly high. At our last giveaway, which was on January 25th in Pahokee, we brought 300 trees and we were able to give out almost all of them. So 289 trees went to Glaze residents. At Duncan Paget Park, 24 trees went into the ground. Those trees are healthy and thriving. And within 5, if not, within 5 years, the next year even, we'll see great progress in the area. South Bay, it's hurtful to me because South Bay right now, if the commission is unaware, we are sitting at 6% is our total tree canopy. So any heat that we're receiving from the sun is heating our concrete, heating infrastructure, and those trees were meant to combat that. And now that's of course eliminated. However, community greening is still in existence. They have other funded projects. So that the Glaze residents are still welcome to participate in those projects. We have a pick up and grow program where residents are able to go to our nursery, pick up whatever they need, and then bring them and plant them themselves. On the coast, we also have other programs where if you are a resident of Delray, they do drop-off initiatives. Of course, all of that was meant to come to the Glaze area, but hopefully we'll have future opportunities as well.
Great. Thank you, Ms. Pittman. We really appreciate that. We were looking forward to this.
I'm sure. Yeah, there's been a lot of excitement. It's really unfortunate. I do have brochures for community greening as well as my business card, just in case anyone has any questions or would like to learn more about the organization. Do any of the members have questions?
Not a question, Mr. Mayor.
Commissioner Berry.
Each tree starts with a seed.
Yes, ma'am.
And there are times when the soil may not nurture what's needed or the rain doesn't come. But you have the energy and the inspiration to keep it going. So I'm committed, believe it or not, to plant a seed to say, this is for the struggle, this is for the future. Now if you give me a seed, I'll plant it. I have a pot that I can put it in. And it also, what you can do, like you're smiling. At first we were sad. So we're gonna flip this thing. And we flip it by finding the joy. Plant a seed. So if you give me a bag of seeds, I will do that. And those who know my mom, when she was here, she was always planting seeds. And it's beautiful. And so I want to remember this moment as a time when we're starting anew. Would you give me a bag of seeds? May I ask that?
Talking to you.
You have a bag of seeds? Okay. Think about it. All right. Think about it. And I'll take one of your cards.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Pittman. We do appreciate that. In addition to the question that anyone want to ask Ms. Pittman at this present time.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor.
Commissioner Pope.
Yes, and again, Ms. Pittman, thank you for what you all are doing. It's beautiful. We might need to go dig some of them trees up from Pahokee. But my thoughts were, you have classes for people that going to plant, say like the Pick Up and Grow program.
So there are no classes specifically. However, at the planting, we provide demonstrations for how the tree is meant to be planted. One of the initiatives that we were actually hoping to bring into the Glaze, what they currently have in Delray, is a youth tree team. So the idea was to get teenagers, high school kids involved. It was to be a paid opportunity. So essentially, it could serve as their first job. As well as increased job diversity. They don't have to go work at a fast food chain. They can plant and monitor trees and get a bit more invested in their community. Yeah,
Thank you so much.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Pittman. We do appreciate you being here tonight, and thank you. If anyone want to speak with Ms. Pittman, you know, she says she have a business card, and then you have the opportunity to talk to her afterward. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I have a question.
Vice Mayor.
Yes, Ms. Pittman, just say one of our residents, some of our residents want to come over to Delray and pick up some trees. Would they be allowed to do that?
So our nursery is in Boca.
Oh, it's in Boca.
So they would be able to go and pick it up. I believe that all they would have to do is register, and then they would go during whatever time that they're scheduled to pick up their tree, and they will be able to.
All right, thank you so much.
Yes.
Hypothetical, if we get a list of people that want a tree,
Senior citizen.
can we take a list over there and reference the different ones that want the trees in South Bay?
So that's an excellent idea. I will have to present that to my director to see if we would be able to do like a mass,
Yes,
something
please.
like that. I don't see why that would be an issue though.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. Thank you, Ms. Pittman. We do
Thank
appreciate
you.
you being here. Thanks.
I'll be willing to go.
All right, we'll continue with our agenda tonight. Mr. Reginald McKelvin from Lakeshore Middle School,
Thank you so much.
who is the vice assistant principal at Lakeshore.
All right. Good evening. Good evening. My name is Reginald McKelvin. Again, I'm the assistant principal, one of the 4 assistant principals at Lakeshore Middle School. Specifically, it is my job to oversee parent, family, and community engagement. It is my goal while I'm in this role to rebuild the connection and relationship between Lakeshore and the Tri-City government services that represent our students. So I would like to, on a regular basis, come and provide an update on the state of the school, events that we're having, and making sure that the community is aware of what's going on campus. We call it our Roadrunner Rundown. So I'm gonna present everything that's going on for the month of April, and I believe I did submit it in time for you guys to get a copy. I'm not sure. Okay,
Yes,
perfect.
We have a copy of it.
Perfect. So just so the community knows, on a weekly basis, we do hold after school tutorials from 3:50 to 5:20. On Tuesdays, we service our 7th graders for civics and government. In 8th grade, we have science. On Wednesdays, we service mathematics, and on Thursdays, we service reading and writing. So that's every week from 3:50 to 5:20. All students are encouraged to attend. They not only get the tutorials, but they also get a hot meal and a snack and extra credit points from their teachers. So we do make sure that they eat before they leave, and then we do provide an after-school bus for them to get home. It does not have as many routes as a normal school bus, but it does take them within 2 blocks of their normal route.
Awesome.
Tomorrow, Wednesday, April 2nd, we are conducting our best writing assessment for our 6th through 8th grade students. That's why we don't have any law students here today. They are resting for tomorrow. Thursday, April 3rd, we have our first boys volleyball home game against Wellington Landings at 4:30. Monday, April 7th, we have another volleyball game against Osceola Creek. All games are always at 4:30. We also are sending home, and they will be available online, report cards for quarter 3. So those will be online on Monday, and they will be sent home with the children. Wednesday, April 9th, we have another volleyball game home against Western Pines. April 16th, a volleyball game home against Crestwood Middle. Thursday, April 17th, we have our SAC meeting at 5:30 in the Media Center, as well as a track meet against Crestwood that evening. April 22nd, we have our track meet against Wellington Landings. Wednesday, April 23rd, we have a volleyball game against Osceola Creek Middle. Thursday, April 24th is Take Your Son and Daughter to Work Day. This is another event that falls under my belt. So this year, for all of our staff on campus, or if you work or have family members that work at Lakeshore, we encourage them to bring their school-age children. We have a full list of events for them. All of our choice programs, we're going to take them around and let them actually get engaged and indulged in what we do. So horticulture, STEM, art, medical, law, all the different programs they'll be able to interact with and kind of see what happens on campus. And then we're going to make sure that they eat, have some music, some games, and just make sure they have a good time on campus while their parents are working. Friday, April 25th, progress reports go home for quarter 4. So that is the midway point in the quarter before the last 4 weeks before summer break. And then on Wednesday, April 30th, we have our final track meet home against Okahili Middle and Somerset Academy at 4:30. And one thing that I didn't have on here that I just want to add, because we did release the information and it is advertised out to our parents and families in the community now, we have released our end of the year trips for our students. 6th grade students who choose to attend, the pricing and all the other information was sent home with them. But if they choose to attend, 6th graders will be going to Busch Gardens. 7th graders will do a multitude of trips to the movie theaters, the Rapids, and the Stream Action Park in Fort Lauderdale. And then the 8th graders are doing their moving on trip to Universal Studios, as well as the moving on ceremony. So thank you for allowing me to provide these updates and events. And like I said, on a regular basis, I would like to provide just what's going on campus, and hopefully get the community to participate and come out more often and engage with us. We are planning a number of events in May, including a fast assessment night, so our parents in the community can come out and see what strategies and tips we have for kids to prepare for their assessments. So thank you.
No, thank you. You know, it's awesome what you all is doing, so the parents will know precisely what is taking place at Lakeshore Middle School.
Yes.
We hear the things that's taking place at Rosenwald. Now we hear that the things that's taking place at Lakeshore Middle School, and hopefully that we'll be able to hear things that's taking place at Glaze Entry as well. But you're always welcome as well, sir, at our meetings.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate the opportunity. And I want to add one more thing. Me and Vice Mayor McKelvin did have the conversation, because we are aware that a number of elementary schools do have band and music programs, and that is one thing that has kind of dwindled at Lakeshore, and we are working to bring that back for the upcoming school year for students that have started that pathway. So some of the programs will be band or music, STEM, pre-law, medical, and technology. So we're trying to offer more to our kids.
That is fantastic, sir. We really appreciate you. We're here to support.
Absolutely, I appreciate it. Thank you.
And thank you. Any questions to Mr. McKelvin from the commission at this present time? Here none again, Mr. McKelvin, thank you. And Dr. Jacobs, I know you were back there as well. Thank you for being here as well. I know you were at each and every one I meet with the pre-law school, a student, but we want to thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you. We'll continue with our agenda tonight. Opportunity for the public to address the commission. Madam Clerk.
Yes, sir. Theo Green.
Theo.
Good evening. Theodore Green, 225 Southwest Second Avenue. Good evening to all the commission and all the citizens here. One thing I appreciate, it take time for everything, but I see we're finna get started on Northwest 10th Street. That's gonna be a blessing. But we have a lot of things coming on in the Glades and South Bay area. We started the barbecue contest, me and Miss Hill, last year. And I tell you, we had it this year, and it like triple the people came this year from out of town, from Pittsburgh, Kansas City, Atlanta, Chicago, Ohio. I mean, the turnout was great. I think it was over 5,000 people come through there. But the problem is, they got to go somewhere else to spend money. We've been sitting on this land up here on 27 for over 20 years that when I worked with the city. And done been bukus of people come through here trying to purchase. But Ms. Hill came up with the idea about putting a motel out there. We got to start somewhere. If we start with a motel, I guarantee you in the next 4 or 5 years that all that land will be filled. But I'd like to know what the problem is, why we can't sell her a piece of land to get started up by building a motel there.
Hotel. One of the thing about it, they did approach us. Ms. Hill, Jennifer, and another individual, the one that really wanted to build the hotel. And something came up in reference to that particular property there. It wasn't a thing in reference to buying the property. You want us to donate the property to them to build the hotel. And that was one of the things that we was faced with at that particular time period. The conversation, I think this city manager had a conversation with her and the individual in reference to that particular area about donating the property to build a hotel on there. And we know, each and every one of us know, when you start donating property, everyone else gonna come back to you and say, I want you to donate 1 or 2 acres to us. And that's what they was asking for. She was asking for 4, they was asking for 4 acres to build a hotel, but it wasn't at no fee. Or wasn't at no cost, it's to donate to that particular owner, sir.
All right, I can understand that, but she a big help to the city. She help out with the city with anything that she y'all ask her to do. She gonna come out for it. But we have to start somewhere, like I said. If you donate the 4 acres, that what she want. The 4 acres, you donate it to her, but you stipulate that you do all the underground work, and that'll help the city out. We cities don't have to do the underground work, and then if someone else come in, they could tie in off where they left off at. But if you don't give 4 acres, it's how many? 80
acres, yes,
80
sir.
acres.
Yes, sir.
All right.
The doors is still, Mr. You only had 3 minutes ago. We have 7 individuals tonight, sir. But the doors are still open for that other individual to come back and continue the conversation with the city manager there. We haven't closed the door on the negotiating or talking to them about their hotel, because we want to hold, if they wanted to bring that hotel in the city of South Bay, wanted to work them with any type of way that we can, to try to make sure that this is the direction they want to go, and see how we can come to a mutual understanding in reference to the acres that they're asking for, and see how we can work something out in reference to that hotel coming into the city of South Bay.
Because I'm quite sure she mentioned to the city manager that once the motel get built, she was planning on purchasing land right beside to put a restaurant.
Well, I don't know at this present time. I can't answer that because I don't know what her intent is at this present time, Mr. Green. But the thing about it, the doors are still open for her to come back and talk to us about it. She still want to continue to move forward with the hotel. We will work directly with them and try to help them to bring that hotel in the city of South Bay, sir. All right?
All right.
All right, thank you, sir.
Even if it's 4 acres, sometimes you have to give for the make some. It just sit there, ain't nothing happen. I'm quite sure that place of bloom.
Well, we're still open to talk to her about that particular project that they want to bring to the city of South Bay. We haven't closed the door on her. We're not saying that the project you're trying to bring in is dismissed. We haven't said anything in reference to that. But the doors are still open for her to come and talk to us about it. They still want to move forward with the hotel. Okay?
So can we set up a meeting where we can come in and talk to the city manager?
Right now, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to make no agreement at this present time, Mr.
I can.
Okay, sir.
Sure, you can. You can schedule that time to meet with me.
All right, me and Ms. Hill will be coming in. You tell us when we can come, and we can sit down and talk to you and go over the plan what we have in mind.
Okay, not a problem.
Okay. The manager's here. Make time for you and Ms. Hill, if it's possible, sir. Thank you Thank you for bringing that to our attention. And I just want to congratulate you on the work that you did when that barbecue thing was out there. You did a fantastic job, sir.
That was at Toria.
That's what's
Okay.
up.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Mr. Green, you see Ms. Verdugo, and she'll get your information to schedule that meeting.
Okay, Madam Clerk.
Yes, sir. Miss Christine. Frank.
I'm Christine Frank.
Use the mic there, dear, if you don't mind. Thank you.
No, I'm Christine Frank. I live at 195 Northwest South Bay with Release, and I've been had some pretty allergy against my neighbors behind where I stay. I be out there hanging out clothes and letting the dog out in the morning. The next door neighbor, Spanish people would holler at me and saying, hey, don't I know you someplace? They'll holler at me. And so I just ignored them and went back in the house. And I don't like the way they throw trash behind my niece's house and stuff. So I've been having quite a few conflicts about the neighbors that stay in the camp behind.
Okay. I want to thank you for bringing that to our attention there. If you were having that problem, when it first took place, if you'd have brought that to our city manager attention, and we could have addressed that with the individuals who the contractor that I think it was Mr. Martinez, we talked to him about that. But what we would do, first thing tomorrow, we would address this particular issue that you're bringing before the commission tonight. And I do want to thank you, and I do apologize for this happening here, because we made sure that this type of thing shouldn't be taking place at that particular area there. But as again, thank you, and we would definitely look into it.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chris. What's the address?
She lives on northwest.
Ms. Bernice Fuse?
Good evening. My name is Bernadette Fuse. I live at 195 Northwest 7th Avenue, South Bay, Florida. I have like 3 things I want to address. First off, I want to thank y'all for the opportunity allowing me to be on the audit board. When I first started out, I was so excited. I loved it. We did things, and I was learning. I was greeting, and I had ample enough time. I am a person very questionable. A lot of people be intimidated. They don't like, but I try to save my questions to the last. But a lot of time when I don't feel like I'm comfortable with the decision, I wrestle with it and I pray over it. But when the last meeting we had, I felt rushed because I'm like this here. See this book? You see, we had this presented to us. I didn't have enough time to review it. I asked, can we come back to it like we did other things? Like when we first started off, when we had to look over some things, they gave it to us, we had homework, next meeting we discussed it. At this last meeting, I felt ambushed, I felt all kind of funny, but I had questions, and I know Ms. Berry said, once we open it, we have to accept it. I was questionable because I like to have something compare. You know, I like to, you want to compare Walmart with another store. I compare everything. That's me. So I didn't have that opportunity. And I had a lot of questions. Mr. Campbell helped me because y'all was in Washington. And so he was on the call. Also, I had other family members and residents asking me why it was not televised. I said, oh, I didn't know. I thought it was televised because Mr. Campbell, he was in on it and he answered some of my questions, but I had Ms. Denard said she has to go. She got to go. So I said, okay, just cut it off. I'll just go ahead because if you notice the scores, they had 198. I scored 65. I started with a 30 because I didn't get a chance to review this. Now, after I reviewed it and went home, my understanding, my finding was just like I said. I'm still not comfortable with this group, but I'm just gonna leave this with y'all. That's my reason for scoring 65. I didn't have enough time. I felt rushed. I rescinded my vote because it was 2-1, and that's okay. I'm not concerned about that. I just didn't feel fair, so it's like rush for me. Okay, take that note.
That's dealing with the audit committee, am I correct?
Yes, that's the audit committee, sir. But it's okay. I know it's done, but I just want to voice my experience.
Yes, ma'am.
Other than that, the experience was good.
Yes, ma'am.
I just think that next person y'all choose, give them the opportunity to, next resident y'all choose, or whoever y'all choose, give them the opportunity to take this home and they can read and study for it, be quick to rush, because you can't answer nothing in 15 minutes to look at this. I don't have a master's degree, but I do have a degree, but I can read, but I'm a slow reader because I want to comprehend everything I'm reading.
Okay.
So that was not given the opportunity. And the next one is, he already said that, about the hotel. I'm trying to find out what's the status on the hotel, but I heard that part. Hotel versus the gambling casino that y'all supposed to have. Was all this voted already, or is this still up on the table?
A gambling casino, we don't.
I don't know if it's casino or gambling, the hall or something, gambling, something dealing with gambling. I remember on the meeting, okay, it's on one of the meetings thing that y'all discussed, but it was not approved, or it was still up for approval.
No, we don't have no gambling casino.
No, it was something about gambling. I don't know if it's the right terminology, but it's in one of these things. I have a book in the car, but I'll get back with you on that. Mr. Campbell might know what I'm talking about.
Ms. Hughes, what I can do when the meeting's over, speak with him in reference to that, and he can probably enlighten you on what you are talking about at this present time.
Okay, and then my next one, I know it in a minute, but my next one is what my auntie, she left out. She felt unsafe.
Yes.
She only go in her garden in the backyard.
Yes, ma'am.
And the guys, when she don't respond, they shake on my fence.
Okay.
And I told them, I'm telling y'all, I don't told the police. Next time they do that, I point my finger. Because you're not gonna bother I don't know nothing about these people. They could be pedophiles or everything. Because I don't witness going down by the park, me and two other residents, she here now, she can speak her truth. They sitting there be leaning over, trying to holler at them children at that park. Some of them brought be putting a little money out, trying to bait them children come here. I think y'all need to put some cameras up there, because somebody gonna get molested, snatched, and we don't know nothing about those people. They name, I don't have no number on the wall to call. Who you gonna blame? The police got to catch them in the act. We don't know, all of them look just alike. You ask me who did it, I couldn't tell, all of them look just alike to me. Christine can't tell them she's scared and nervous. I told her I ain't scared, I get my gun. Let them try it again. That's all. So I ain't no problem. I'm not trying to be mean.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just telling my truth, because this is going on February. You can see January, February, March, 3 months. And I'm just speaking my truth, and I want y'all to handle it before I handle it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We will definitely do that. We will meet with the Palm Beach County Sheriff Department for that, Ms. Fields, and
Yes.
thank you for bringing
All
it
right,
to
thank
Thank you, Ms. Fields. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Fields. Mr.
Madam-
Mayor, may I make a comment?
Commissioner Berry.
I know it. Ms. Fields, you know I value your service and I value your commitment on Ms. Fields, thank you. Sheila, can you hear? As chair of the Audit Selection Committee, I value your service and your time and your voicing your opinion. When we opened and we said this is the only place we can open it, and we had the time to review, but you clearly stated, I do not have enough time. You clearly said that. Also, I wrote down your recommendation. You said you needed something to compare. So everything you said here, acknowledging it was a good learning experience, you just didn't have enough time. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you,
That's fair.
Commissioner Berry, and thank you, Ms. Fields. We'll continue. Madam Clerk.
Miss Patricia Smith?
Yes. Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Patricia
Use a
Smith
mic,
Palmer.
please. Use a mic, please.
I live at 645 Northwest First Street, Apartment 1. I have some concerns about, I'm a recovering stroke victim, not that I want no sympathy, but where I live is very tight and the parking is real bad. I had an accident the other day, just to let y'all know, because I couldn't bike out. The area where I'm living, there are cars there that's not been driven, haven't been driven for 6 years. And they're still in the area. And that's all I want to say. And another thing I want to address what Ms. Fields said, I did see some craziness going on with the people near the park.
Yes, ma'am.
And I just thought it was very unusual. It was some guys out there taking pictures of kids that I thought that was very crazy. So I feel like we should know something about them, because they have access to anything about me. I know nothing. I'm sorry for getting.
No, you're good. Thank you for.
What's your address again, Ms. Smith?
685 Northwest First Street, Apartment 1.
I just want to say to the residents in the city of South Bay, and when it comes down to the babies in the city of South Bay, is someone trying to take advantage of those babies? And we want to know.
Yeah.
We want to know here at City Hall We have a Palm Beach County Sheriff Department there. We would definitely get them on top of this thing here.
I spoke to the sheriff that was
Especially when it comes down to our babies in this
in
city.
the park one day. I just walked up to him and spoke to him in reference to it. He said there was very little they could do because I guess nobody really knows anything about it.
Well, that's why you're bringing it to us tonight, now that we can get on top of it in reference to what is taking place with our babies in this city, because I'm not gonna sit here.
Yeah.
None of these commissioners allow individuals to do things like that, whatever they're doing, when it comes down to our babies in the city. But thank you, Ms. Hughes, Auntie, and you for bringing that to our attention.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Madam Clerk.
It's Miss Alicia Pittman.
Good evening again.
Welcome back.
I'm just representing myself as a resident at Community Greening.
Yes.
You need my address again? 242 Azacana Road,
Yes, ma'am.
South Bay. So again, good evening. I have a letter to present to the commission, so I'll just read from the letter. KTM Youth and Community Network, Inc. will apply for the Neighborhood Enrichment and Transformation NEAT grant to assist with a Veterans Memorial Park. Our intent tonight is to present this opportunity to the Commission Board in the interest of your support. This is a special project that will not only work to provide public recognition to our local and visiting veterans, but will also raise awareness of the part our veterans have played in securing the future and freedoms we know today. We are actively pursuing additional funding to support this project from the likes of veteran organizations, other grants, private funders, and have plans to approach local groups and organizations to potentially sponsor this initiative as well. We have different sponsored ranks that vary from $500 to up to $25K, and based on whatever donation those sponsors will provide, then they get a different rate of recognition. For the sake of time, I won't go into all of them. Sponsors can also choose to honor a specific veteran by purchasing a memorial name stone on one of the granted memorial panels. The final design is still being decided. But KTM is currently inspired by New Prague's 3-line design, which includes the veteran name stated on the first line, their branch of service on the second, and their years of service on the third. The cost to purchase a space is $250, and it is open to any person who has served honorably in any branch of the United States military, which includes the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, Coast Guard, Space Force, and Merchant Marines. Reserve components like the National Guard are also have an opportunity to be honored. Veterans are not required to be a Glaze resident in order to be memorialized in this space. Again, we are presenting this opportunity to the Commission Board with the mission of receiving your support and your interest. This project will benefit the Glaze community, specifically the city of South Bay in several ways, including serving as a space of education and community revitalization. We are hoping to raise money to be able to start construction by summer of 2025. Any participation or partnership on the city's part would be greatly appreciated. Again, thank you for your consideration.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Pittman. We do appreciate it, that we really support the veterans, not only in the South Bay, but, in the entire Glaze area. We really stand behind them 110%. And all our veterans, the United States of America, we stand with them. And whatever we can do to try to make sure that we support this particular endeavor, we would definitely do that. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk?
Yes, Miss Betty Bernard.
Good evening, Commission.
Good evening.
Betty Bernard, Miss Betty Bernard, 270 Northwest 11th Avenue, City of South Bay, Florida. I'm coming in reference to the audit committee. We started that audit committee, if I'm not mistaken, it was 2024, the summer, up until almost 2025, the spring. We did do comparisons with different communities. We did have ample time. Questions were answered. No one was rushed. Now, when it was said that I said I had to go, I had an appointment. But I didn't leave. And we all tried to answer her questions. So I had a very good experience with the audit committee. It was a long process. And yes, I was tired of coming to the meeting because it would seem like it was repetitious. Because it seemed like to me, I'm gonna be open and honest, it seemed like to me that it wasn't that you weren't learning anything, that we weren't given ample time.
Ms. Bernard.
It was that.
Talk to the,
It
talk to the
was
commission. Point of order.
It was that it appears to me that people were being coached instead of doing what we needed to do. So with that being said, I'm glad that we did come to a conclusion about the audit person, because really we were running out of time, because the city have a timeline when they have to get everything in order and get it to the state. Thank you again for allowing me the opportunity to be part of the committee. And thank you, Dr. Berry, for leading it. And thank Ms. Hughes and Ms. Crawford being on the committee as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Bernard. Madam Clerk.
Sir.
Thank you. We do appreciate the opportunity for each one to come and talk tonight in reference to the public. And I just want to say one thing tonight. We have heard each and every one that gave their opinion about what is taking place in the city of South Bay. Mr. Green, thank you for you and Ms. Hill to get together, the city manager, to talk about that hotel. Like I said, that we'll welcome them. If they're willing to work with us in the city of South Bay, that hotel is welcome in the city of South Bay, and they're always welcome here to come into the table. We always say that if you're not at the table, just on the menu, we want them at the table to talk about what they would like to bring to the city, sir. And I want to thank you for being here tonight. Ms. Hughes, Auntie, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing it to our attention. If we would have known in January when this was taking place, we'd have resolved that problem before this particular time period. When you see things that's taking place in the city of South Bay, don't hesitate.
I spoke to Mr. Campbell, he told me things I had to do. I still did it, but they said it had to catch my house. I spoke to Mr. Campbell about it.
We will make sure.
Now, what we talking about now?
In reference to the A2 workers. That's what we
okay, I
talking
got
about.
it.
Yes,
Thank you.
right.
Please keep me informed.
But we will get on top of that, Ms. Hughes. Thank the both of you all for bringing that to our attention.
Thank you.
The vehicles, Miss Patricia, where she's at? Okay then.
Oh, okay.
I don't know exactly what vehicles. I seen some vehicles parked with the apartment where she's at. I know there's a vehicle parked on the streets there. It's been there parked there for the longest. And I noticed this morning, they moved it on the side. That's where it's at now. I know it have a tag on it. Now, whether that tag is.
It's a 2017. I called Mr. Campbell and spoke to him about that also. And he was gonna take care of it.
Okay.
I'm just saying, they backed it up. When I first back out my yard, they
Yes,
took it
ma'am.
back out. So once I made the report to him, they took and backed it up a little bit, give me some space to back out my yard. It's still sitting there.
All right, thank you, and I do appreciate it. It's not overlooked. Ms. Pittman, thank you. We don't support our veterans. We definitely believe in that, supporting our veterans, because they have fought for this country here. So this should be well recognized, really. And I've been talking about the Veteran Memorial for years and years and years. We thought we were gonna establish one here when we had the old veteran building on Northwest First Street there, but it did not pan out. So it's coming back again, so we're gonna continue to work that we make sure that a memorial site is in the city of South Bay for our veterans. Ms. Bernard, thank you for being a part of the audit committee. Ms. Hughes, Ms. Crawford, and Commissioner Berry for just overseeing that particular audit committee. We don't know exactly what transpired. You always on that committee there. You know what took place at that particular time period. So we're gonna have to move forward with the choice they have chosen. But again, tonight, residents, I want to thank you all. We heard from the public, and we want to make sure that we're going to continue to listen to the public. But if you hear something, let us know. Don't talk about it. Let us know what's taking place in the city of South Bay, because we was elected by you all. We were elected by you all. And we're here to serve the city and serve the residents in the city of South Bay. And when it come down, like I said, when it come down to these babies in the city of South Bay, when we had the problem about the traffic, people speeding going down Martin Luther King Boulevard, we got on top of that because it's about our babies. It's about you as parents standing out there as well. When your kids is going to school and someone, all of a sudden they're in a hurry to get to the schoolhouse and they hurt one of our babies. We're not going to tolerate it in the city of South Bay. Again, tonight, thank you all. We do appreciate you being here. With this present time, Commission will continue with our consent agenda at this present time. Mr. Manager, there's a deletion or addition to the consent agenda.
No, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you, sir, and I appreciate that. May I have a motion and a second to move the consent agenda to the floor for discussion and approval?
So move.
Moved by Vice Member Kelvin.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Polk. Any question for this commission per the consent agenda? Here none, Madam Clerk, we call the roll, please.
Commissioner King,
I'm sorry, y'all.
Consent
Consent agenda.
My head ain't here.
You okay, Commissioner?
Yeah. Yes.
Commissioner Polk,
Yes.
Commissioner Berry,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin.
Yes.
Mayor Collins.
Yes, thank you, Madam Clerk, and thank you, Commission, passed by all commissioners. We'll continue our consent with our resolution tonight, Resolution 08-2025. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, authorizing the city manager to enter into a marketing agreement with Utility Services Partners Private Label Inc., DBA Service Line Warranties of America, SLWA, for advertisement to the city's residents of warranty plans for repairs of external water lines, external sewer lines, in-home plumbing on residential property, provided for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager Campbell. We have someone on live feed tonight in reference to that, some question that was asked about this particular resolution. Mr. Campbell.
You got it on the screen.
Is it virtual? I'm sorry.
Mayor Commission, we are getting Ashley Shawarski on, the representative from HomeServe USA, trying to get her on the screen here. You know, technology, it worked when it worked, and it's not working at this moment, but she is on and she's able to communicate with you, just won't see her face. But we will make all the attempts to get her on the screen for you. But at this time, Mayor, all right, you're on now, Ashley and the mayor. I know they can see you, but you can't see them unless you're looking online.
Live online.
Could she hear us? Could she hear us, Mr. Manager? Good evening, Ms. Ashley.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Mayor. I mean,
Good e-
someone talk so I can, I'm just trying to find the speakers on this computer.
And this is screen sharing, so maybe if you,
Go ahead, Ashley.
No, we can't.
take your time.
Keep going.
Okay, can everyone hear me? I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Sound is on the bottom.
Turn the volume up on the television here.
Oh, yeah, right in the front, Mr. Manager, on the two outsides.
Take your time.
Go ahead, Ashley.
Don't rush.
Yeah, can everyone hear me now?
You can hear her, but you can't hear her loud.
Yeah.
I can hear the group. I'm not sure if anyone there can hear me yet.
now?
Speak now, Miss Ashley.
Is that better for everyone? Kind of walk through the program again. I know you reviewed it at the last meeting, or if there were specific questions, we can kind of go from there. Whatever's best for the mayor.
Probably put these on 100.
Did you have any specific questions that you can answer?
Ms. Ashley, one of the reasons that thank you for being here tonight, because due to the fact that we had one of our residents who had this service some years back, and she stated to us that she was having some problems in reference to them taking care of the matters in her home. And the reason that, that we would like to be a part of this, our residents like to be a part of it as well, but we want to make sure that we don't have no mix-up like she had some time back. And our commissioner was very concerned about this particular home one service. And we want to hear just exactly what you have to offer to make sure that everything is okay, that these individuals, once they select that particular service there, that they will not be disappointed.
Yeah, I'm happy to. I can kind of walk through all the details of our program, Mayor. I was able to look up the resident that spoke at the last council meeting to get some more information on her claim. We'll talk about this a little bit while I go over the program additionally. But that's, she was signed through a program just from our direct to consumer, where it would be, if a resident hears about home serve through either, the internet or a TV commercial or something like that. But our coverage through the National League of Cities, where we partner with cities to provide our program, is our most comprehensive coverage. So, which I'll talk about how the coverage works, but our coverage with, if we partnered with the city to make available to your residents, would be have a better coverage limit, so a higher coverage limit for your residents, as well as no service fees or deductibles and no annual or lifetime limits. So I did look into her claim a little bit with our customer service team, and it did look like she filed a claim in March of last year for about $2,300 that we did pay and repair. And then she filed a secondary claim with the same issue, it looked like, and her limit was $2,500. So she kind of was at that limit for the year. I know our customer service team tried to reach out to her this last week to just confirm that was the issue, but just to make sure that we did everything right on our end. But, we always want to do right by our customers. But when we partner with the city, it also holds us to a higher standard and another level of insight. So if we ever heard an issue like that, you always have me as well as an account management team that really looks after our city partners across the U.S. and we do maintain a 4.8 out of 5 stars in customer service with all of our residents. But yeah, I can kind of walk through what the coverage would be like for the city, how we would work with you all, and really answer any questions that you have too. I don't know if the group can see my screen, because I could share a presentation if that would help. It's whatever's best for the group.
Go ahead and share your presentation. It will show up on the screen.
Okay, perfect. I will share this here. So as I did mention previously, our program here, it is the only one that's endorsed by the National League of Cities at HomeServe. We've been lucky to be partnered with the National League of Cities since 2010 to provide this program. And we do serve over 4.8 million customers across the U.S. through 1,300 municipal and utility partnerships. But just to give you a little background of how our program was developed, is we all know aging infrastructure is an issue for cities and towns across the U.S. And we know you all are doing your best to either upgrade or maintain your public infrastructure, but the homeowners portion of these lines were kind of being forgotten about. Not on purpose, we just know there's only so much that a city can do or a utility can do on that private side. So that's why the National League of Cities went out and did research. They wanted to make a program like this readily and easily available to cities and towns across the country. And we were the company that they did choose to provide the program. So what we do is we partner with the city to make this completely optional protection available to homeowners. And we provide residents with protection on their external water or well lines, sewer or septic lines, and their in-home plumbing. And we always provide these services with a turnkey approach for the city, where we handle all the aspects of the program. So we do the marketing, the billing, the claims management, and customer service. And there's no cost to the city if you decide to participate in the program. And the city does receive an incremental revenue stream for their participation. What I, though, always think is the best benefit of this program is that it really does help to raise awareness. Pretty much every city that I do speak with, I hear that same type of thing, that if a resident does have some type of issue with one of their external lines, a lot of times their first call is to someone there. And then you all either have to be that bearer of bad news, explaining to the homeowner, at the worst time possible, that these lines are not covered by the city or the utility, or typically their homeowner's insurance. So that is really why I think of this program as a free public awareness campaign, because all of the residents would receive a letter in the mail from us, and the beginning of that letter is educational. So that way, even if a homeowner does not enroll in the protection, at least in the future, they're well aware of exactly which portion of these lines that they're responsible for, and just that the city did try to take that proactive approach and help and educate them of that. Also, a huge benefit of our program is if we did partner with the city, we actually develop a local area contractor network to serve your residents' claims. So what we would do is we would work with you all. Some cities provide us a list of plumbers that are well known in the region, and some don't want to get involved. Either way works for us. But with all of our municipal partners, we would develop that contractor network, making sure those plumbers are from the local community, that they meet licensing requirements, have proper insurance. We also conduct background checks and drug screenings. We just want to make sure that it's someone their homeowners do feel completely comfortable with coming to their home or inside of their home. And as for the important thing, and this is kind of what differentiates this program, is we do offer 3 completely separate and voluntary protection options. We offer an external water line protection, an external sewer line protection, and an in-home plumbing. So really, by partnering with us, you as the city is just making these options available to the residents that otherwise would not be. But it is always up to a homeowner if they decide to enroll, as well as what products, if any, they choose to enroll into. So with this, if a resident decides to enroll in either the external water line or sewer line protection, I'll kind of talk about them together because the coverages are set up very similarly. We cover those lines wherever they become the resident's responsibility, all the way to where they enter their home. So that way, if a resident were to be having an issue, whether it was a broken, a cracked, a leaking pipe, a tree root issue, a clog, anything that impedes the flow of those lines, we do make it simple for a homeowner. If they have to file a claim, they call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and they will get someone in our call center. And then that call center will dispatch that local plumber. The plumber goes to that resident's home to see what is causing the issue, and they would repair or replace those lines as needed. For either external coverage, what your resident receives for their coverage is up to $8,500 towards each and every incident. So ours is always on a per incident basis with this program. So they can have as many incidents as they need. They always get up to that $8,500 towards each and every incident. This does not have any type of service fee or deductible, as well as no annual or lifetime limit. So that $8,500 is towards each and every incident. And then the in-home plumbing, as I mentioned, this one is a little bit different than the other program. It covers any of the water, sewer, or drain lines that are in your resident's home after the point of entry that could be broken or leaking, lines in the slab or basement floor, and the repair of clogged toilets. And very similarly to the 2 external options, there is no service fee or deductible, no annual or lifetime limit. no limit on number of claims. And this one is always on a per incident basis. So it is that $3,000 per incident. So no annual or lifetime limit. And we do come to find that when homeowners choose to enroll in the protections, they're just a little bit more proactive about getting their issues taken care of, because we know a lot of times a resident is nervous to call a plumber because they don't know how much it's going to cost them or can't find someone to come to their home. But they know the cost of determining that issue and getting it taken care of isn't coming out of their pocket. And then lastly, I know the thing everyone wants to know is what is the city's involvement? So we really do handle all of the aspects of the program. And what we do is we enter into a marketing agreement with the city, and that just lays out the way that we get the word out to a resident, which is through direct mail. And that's your involvement. Before we mail anything out to a homeowner, we would ask the city for your review and approval. We work with you on any edits that you may like to see in that letter. And then once we get the approval, we let you know the dates that we would be mailing those out. That way the city's always in complete control on if and when something does go out. We know sometimes you have a lot of things going on in the city. It's not the best time to send out an announcement about the program. Just let us know. We can skip that campaign and pick up for the next one. What's nice about our agreement is it also limits those mailings to no more than 3 times per year. It also indemnifies and holds the city harmless. And just really lays out that we do market by direct mail, but never without your review and approval prior. That letter that we do send out, as I mentioned previously, really is that educational piece, letting your residents know which portion of the lines that they're responsible for. But it is an introductory letter where the city helps to introduce the program to its residents, but it always states we're the company providing it, and it is 100% optional. It would include the city logo or letterhead, so your homeowners know this is a program you're making available to them. But on that is all of our information, our logo, our phone number to call with questions or to enroll. Same thing with our website. They can get a lot of great information on the website, or they return the letter in the mail to us. We know you all at the city have more than enough going on, so we do handle all the aspects of the program. We do the marketing, the billing, the claims, and the customer service. So really by partnering with us, you're just giving this option to a homeowner that otherwise would not be available. And for your partnership, the city actually receives a revenue for participating in the program. So you would receive 10% of all of the premiums that we collect on an annual basis, paid to the city in the form of a revenue every year. And a lot of our municipal partners do different things with this. Obviously, you could do anything that you like, and some put it into the general fund. But we also do have a lot of partners that will use it to help a resident that may be having trouble paying some type of bill from month to month, or different types of social services programs we already have initiated within your community. But it's really however you see fit. And as I did mention, we have over 1,300 municipal partners across the United States. We do have 32 in Florida. And I know I have rambled on to you this evening. So I'm happy to answer any questions that you all may have.
Thank you, Ms. Ashley. We do appreciate you with that presentation tonight. I'm pretty sure that's questioned here. We have quite a number of residents in the audience tonight, and I'm glad that you're bringing this information to us. At this present time, Commissioner King, Commissioner Pope, Barrett, and Vice Mayor.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, thank you. Oh, in the order. Order?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Ashley, for the presentation. So, and I've done a extensive research from last meeting to this meeting, so I do have more of an understanding of the program. One of my questions would be, so do you guys provide any type of funding that would go towards a bill adjustment, when, so say for instance, if a homeowner's had a leak and the bill went to $1,000, and they've already utilized their adjustments with the service provider, is there any type of coverage for that?
So we have a second program here at HomeServe, which is a leak adjustment program that does help for a high water bill. It's completely different than the program I just went over. It's an actual insurance policy, but it's typically with, we would have to work with the whoever bills for the water for your residents.
I got you.
For that.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Barry.
Yes, thank you so much. Ashley, thank you.
You're welcome.
I have focused on the initial term, 3 years, with the option for renewal. Why 3 years? Should there not be a probationary period where you could try the product and then provide feedback to you in case the resident, the customer needs an adjustment?
Yeah, so for a homeowner, they don't have if they decide to enroll in coverage for a homeowner, theirs is always month to month. So as if a homeowner enrolls in protection, they can sign up and cancel at any time. The 3 years is the marketing agreement with the city. But if you would like, we can do a 1 year agreement or add a termination for convenience clause for the city. That's just the marketing agreement, but really at any time, if the city doesn't approve a marketing piece, we don't send anything out. So essentially you are able to cancel it at any time.
If you could make an adjustment in that initial term, the first year is a probationary period. I'm calling it a trial period. And this is with the marketing agreement with the city of South Bay. And I guess our attorney could follow up on that. This is just a suggestion.
We can for sure add a termination for convenience. That way, if you want to cancel for any reason at any time, you can.
Okay, interior plumbing, drainage plan, and this $9.99 per month. All right, explain that section. This is the marketing agreement again with the city.
Yeah, so the marketing agreement, that just lays out the 3 products that we would make available through that relationship. So those are the products we would market to your customers or to your residents there and make available to the residents. So then if they would call in or get the letter or go to our website, as a South Bay resident, those are the 3 products that would be available to them through the partnership.
Yes.
So it's up to a homeowner if they decide to enroll in any of those 3 coverages. That's the pricing that's associated if a resident decides to enroll.
And the marketing campaign would be, as it's stated here, this 3-year campaign wherein such channels as may be mutually agreed by the partners, the City of South Bay and HomeServe.
Yeah, so what that means is the marketing agreement, we mail up to 3 letter campaigns or agreed campaigns per year. So no more than 3 mailings would go out to a customer, but it does have to be mutually agreed upon. So before we ever mail something out, we would work with the city there to customize that for you and ask for your review and approval, and we only send something out if you approve it. So direct mail is our main marketing channel. We have some partners that also want to do additional things that we will share with you, like information for social media or for your website or things like that, but none of that's a requirement of the program.
Okay. My primary is the 3-year period. You will make an adjustment in that. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Barry. Vice Mayor?
Yes, with the marketing campaign, would the city be charged any additional fees, or is just a partnership together?
Yeah, there is no cost for the city. So yes, it is just a partnership together. And really your involvement is just the time to review that information and provide any edits before we do send those out, but no additional cost to the city to participate. So we print that, we mail, pay for the postage and everything like that. So it's all handled by us. We just send you a digital copy for a review and any edits you want to see.
Okay, thank you, Ashley.
All right, thank you, Ms. Asher, and thank you, Commissioner, as well. Ms. Asher, just a couple of questions. In reference to force majeure, in reference to hurricane, the different type of weather in the state of Florida here, hypothetically, there'd be more than that $3,000. Will it be covered? Or how will it just have to pay you just pay out the $3,000 and that's it? If something happened to those individual homes in reference to their water lines, sewage line?
Yeah, so that's a per incident coverage. So in the rare occurrence that it's over the 8,500 or over the 3,000 per incident, then yes, the homeowner is responsible for the difference. So for some reason they needed a sewer line replacement and ends up being $9,000, they would be, the coverage limit's $8,500. They'd be responsible for that difference. In our municipal partnerships, about 98% of our 98% of our claims are under those coverage limits. And the reason why is because when we contract with local plumbers, we don't tell them what to charge, but a lot of times they are giving us a slightly better rate because they're getting a lot of work from us as well as guaranteed payment.
All right. Another question: Do you have any type of hardship program set up in this particular agreement?
So the city does receive the revenue, the 10% of the premiums we collect back in the form of a revenue. Some people do use that for a hardship fund. It's up to you how you want to distribute those funds. But by being a partner, your residents do have access to something we call Home Serve Cares. That's our nonprofit kind of arm of our company. And if you have a resident that maybe needs a repair and either didn't enroll in coverage or has some type of hardship, but you can either pass those on to us or they can go to our website, Home Serve Cares, and fill out some information. It's kind of based on different income qualifications and different things like that. But we do from time to time do different pro bono jobs for homeowners based on those qualifications.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Ashley. I do appreciate you asking the question tonight from this commissioner. Commissioner, you have an additional question at this present time per the resolution 08-2025. Here none, Ms. Ashley, thank you. We do appreciate you for answering the question tonight and looking forward, hopefully, that we'll be able to work with the home service and through by the National League of Cities.
Thank you all for having me.
Thank you. Right. We'll continue, Commissioner Resolution 08-2025. May I have a motion and a second to approve?
Moved.
Moved by Commissioner Pope.
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor McKelvin. Any questions for Resolution 08-2025? Here are none. Madam Clerk, recall the roll, please.
Commissioner King?
Yes.
Commissioner Pope?
Yes.
Commissioner Berry?
Not at this time, no. I need additional clarity.
Vice Mayor McKelvin?
Thank you.
Yes.
Mayor Collins?
Yes. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thanks to Commissioner. Passes 4-1. We continue. Resolution 13-2025. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, approving a special events application for the People of Purpose, Inc. event at Tanner Park facility and authorizing the city manager to take all necessary and expedient action to effectuate the intent of this resolution, provided for representation, provided for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager Campbell.
Applicant William Freeman desires to hold a People of Purpose event on April 19, 2025. He submitted the special event application. The details of the event include the use of law enforcement, public works, recreation, risk management, Palm Beach County Fire Rescue, and community development. Each department listed the requirements needed, i.e. 2 deputies, extra garbage receptacles, provide liability insurance, and no vehicular parking within the fenced area. Staff is recommending approval of resolution number 13-2025.
Thank you, City Manager Campbell. It came up before in the workshop in reference to the waiving the fee in reference to the utilization of that particular park. And I have an amendment in reference to that amendment and a motion and a second to amend it to waive the fee in reference to this particular resolution.
Yes, sir. Mr. Mayor, I would move that we amend motion 13-2025 for City of South Bay co-sponsorship to waive the fees.
Thank you. We have a motion by Commissioner Pope.
Second that motion.
Second by Vice Mayor McKelvin. In addition, question in reference to this resolution. Here are none. Madam Clerk, recall the roll, please.
Commissioner King?
Yes.
Commissioner Pope?
Yes.
Commissioner Berry?
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin?
Yes.
Mayor Collins?
Yes, thank you. Resolution 14-2025. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, accepting the proposal for external auditing services from HCT Certified Public Accountants and Consultants, LLC, in the response to the City of South Bay request for proposal number 2025-01, authorizing the city manager to negotiate compensation and bring back a recommendation for consideration by the City Commission providing for an adoption of representation providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager Campbell.
Mr. Mayor, Resolution 14, 2025, staff is recommending approval of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, accept the recommendation of the Auditor Selection Committee for the selection of HCT Certified Public Accountants and Consultants, LLC, and further authorize the city manager to negotiate reasonable compensation with HCT Certified Public Accountants, LLC, consistent with the terms of RFP 2025-01, and bring back a recommendation to the City Commission for consideration.
Thank you, City Manager Campbell. May I have a motion and a second to move Resolution 14-2025 to the floor for discussion and approval?
So move.
Moved by Commissioner Berry,
Second.
second by Vice Mayor McKelvin. Any questions per Resolution 14-2025? Hearing none, Madam
Mr. Mayor?
Clerk, Commissioner Pope.
Yes, I don't have any questions, but I would like to make a comment, because we did have Ms. Bernard and Ms. Fuse that are both that, and also Dr. Berry that participated in that committee that made
And
comments.
Ms. Crawford was there.
I'm referencing the ones that made comments on tonight. But
Oh,
to
reference.
include Ms. Crawford, but I'm only referencing the ones who commented here tonight.
Thank you for that.
And so, I just wanted to make the comment that, in the future, because it was a discrepancy between two of those committee members tonight, that we make sure that prior to it coming back to us, that they are all on the same accord, especially if we have a unanimous vote that they are recommending that we accept HCT certified services. I'd like for them to iron that out prior to making the recommendation unto us, because it happened today in front of us, and it kind of makes me feel like, what. So in the future, I would say if whoever, and then I guess that's you who's leading that committee.
Yes, my leadership, very good. It was well, excellent, as a matter of fact, because if there was a time we went overtime and I was refocusing, so I will take responsibility for that leadership.
Yes.
Believe it or not, we started the process in June of '24. And at the first go round, when we submitted the RFP, I think we had one. Is that correct? One responded. We went out again, and we had the one respondent. So according to the schedule that was noted in the RFP, we had that timetable. So with that said, not only did you have the leadership, you had the involvement of the group and opportunity to ask questions. And everything that all of the meetings were notified, the public was notified. And in addition to that, it was a wonderful experience. I know Ms. Fuse said that. It was a wonderful learning experience, because this is the first time the city of South Bay engaged in this process, because it's the law, that the committee was necessary to direct the decision and present that recommendation to the commission.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
So for me, and again, to feel comfortable about accepting your recommendation.
Yes.
Because it's just like if a jury goes in
Yes.
and deliberates and they come back and present
Yes.
to the council
Yes.
what their recommendation is, there's not going to be discrepancies at that time. So it makes me feel comfortable
Yes.
to know that you guys handled that and we didn't have
We
to
handled
witness
it well, because, and another thing I can say about how we approached it.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms.
Thank
Fuse, word for word, the recommendation is a part of this process tonight. And that is what we taught: diversity and respecting different opinions.
Thank you, Commissioner
Every
Berry.
opinion, that was done.
Thank you, Commissioner Berry. Thank you, Commissioner Poe. In addition,
Thank you
questions for
so
Resolution
much.
14-2025. Hearing none, Madam Clerk, recall the roll, please.
Commissioner King?
Yes.
Commissioner Pope?
Yes.
Commissioner Berry?
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin?
Yes.
Mayor Collins?
Yes, thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, City Manager Cameron, and thank the commissioners, passes five commissions. We'll continue with our agenda for tonight. Roosevelt Elementary School report.
Yes, Roosevelt Elementary, I'm gonna make it quick. Mr. Hightower wasn't able to be here today.
Yes.
He will be at our next commission meeting. But for our 4th and 5th graders, we have our writing assessment on April the 3rd, which is this week. So please pray for our babies.
Yes.
That they do well on their writing assessment. Also, we're also in the process of doing a tutorial for our 3rd and 5th graders. every Tuesday through Thursday up until May 1st. Also for our end of the year trips, on May 19th, our first and second graders will be attending SeaWorld. On May 29th, our third through fifth graders will be going to Universal Studios. On May 23rd, we will be having our second annual prom for our third through fifth graders. So those are kind of some of the things that we also have going on at Rosenwald Elementary School.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. We do appreciate that wonderful report. Financial report.
We're looking good. All is
Everything
well.
good? Okay then. Before I
Oh,
move
I
on.
will say this.
Go ahead,
Whenever I make a motion that we include here, I make a motion to approve the finance report.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Vera to approve the financial report. May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor McKelvin. In addition, question for the financial report. Madam Clerk, recall the roll, please.
Commissioner King?
Yes.
Commissioner Polk?
Yes.
Commissioner Berry?
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin?
Yes.
Mayor Collins?
Yes, thank you, Madam Clerk, and thank you, Commissioner Barry. Mr. Master, thank you to the Finance Department, and thank you, Commissioner, passed by all commissioners. I want to do one thing before I move with the other items here. You know, I spoke at the workshop that I want to hear Commissioner King of some of the things that she have achieved and what she have learned by attending the different events and different conferences and all of that. So before we move to the clerk report, the city manager and the city attorney report, I just want to hear what she have to say tonight. Commissioner King.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. Am I loud enough?
But you get your mic down a little bit, but they can hear you, dear.
Okay.
Thank you.
As my first year as city commissioner, I am both honored and excited to serve this community and contribute to the growth and development of our city. This year has been a tremendous learning experience for me, as I have the privilege to engage with residents, collaborate with many colleagues and my colleagues here. We addressed many challenges and opportunities to shape our community, but we got it done. I have focused on listening actively to the needs and concerns of our citizens, understanding the diverse perspectives within our city, and working to ensure that their voices are heard in every decision. So I had the opportunity to travel and attend workshops and conferences to educate me and help me to enhance my leadership as a commissioner. In August, In August, I attended the Florida League of City Annual Conference in Hollywood, where I attended workshops for continuing education in ethics. I attended the Blueprints for Change, the homeless in the public area, just to name a few. And at that time, I joined the Florida League of City Policy Committee, the Development Code Compliance and Redevelopment Committee. And then in October, I had the opportunity to travel to Orlando, and I attended the training for new elected official, which is EMO. And I successfully completed those training, and I received certificates, EMO 1 and EMO 2. Then in November, I had the honor to travel to Tampa, where I engaged in workshop where I learned, different things about community give back, empowering cities on how technology drives safety and equity on our roads. And at that time, I joined the two councils, the small cities and the WOMIC, which stands for Women in Municipal Government. Then other workshop was, I also sat in meeting the moment of immigration and housing strategies to end homeless. After that, I traveled to Orlando to attend my first committee, League of City Legislative Committee meeting. And we engaged in, amongst other elected officials, and we discussed two issues that is statewide issues that affect the small cities in Florida. And we agreed upon taking these two issues to our legislative in Tallahassee, and those two was, and I add our city manager also sit on that committee along with me. And we had two issues that we took up to Tallahassee, and they were impact fees and affordable housing. Then in December, I was able to go to my second legislative committee meeting, and we had a legislative conference at that time. Then I went back to Orlando in February, and I joined the Florida Black Caucus of Local Elected Official Conference, where I was in a workshop learning about how to move city forward and guiding the way through leadership and leading in complex and evolving environments. Then March, I attended Palm Beach County Day in Tallahassee, along with my colleagues, city manager, the clerk, and our
Lobbyists.
okay, yeah, all right. I'm getting it. So we was able to engage in conversation with Representative Meg Weinberger. We asked Senator Lori Berman, Senator Hooper, then and some others. Let me get on. Then we went to Washington. We got the opportunity to visit Congresswoman Sheila McCormick, Senator Ashley Moody, and the aide of Senator Rick Scott, and our Vice President Pence. What's his name? Van, yeah. He was there. So finally, after coming from Washington, me and the mayor had the opportunity to return to Washington at Florida League of City Action Day in Tallahassee, where local voices making local choices. So, no offense, guys, but we had some elected women, my peers, and we really showed out. We made it. I mean, we made our voice heard up in Tallahassee. There were some issues that's affecting our community local, like property taxes, servant immunity, utility service, community redevelopment agencies, local business tax, and housing. And we got the opportunity to personally, on one-on-one to talk with our state rep about these issues that they all are in agreement with us on this local level about all those bills that that I just named that we're opposing, that if passed, it will affect us locally here in our community. And let me speed it up. But to say that that journey and to sit and look and watch how local government, you know, has a voice, and we can go and just be our voice. It was a learning experience to be in Tallahassee representing South Bay, our resident. And I'm just, you know, eager to learn more and be more effective in the community. And I want to thank, you know, all the residents. Thank you all, because without you, I wouldn't have had that opportunity to go and represent you all. So as I continue my service, I am committed to enhancing the quality of life for all residents by working on initiatives and prioritizing public safety, economic development, education, and stability. I also aim to support programs that ensure equity and inclusiveness for everyone in our community. Thank y'all for y'all support. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner King. The reason I want that because she's a newly elected commissioner, and so she had to go to an opportunity to see precisely what it is all about in this political arena. It's not a going up there just having fun. It's not about that. A lot of people think that's what we do when we go travel to Tallahassee, travel to Washington, D.C., and travel wherever. It's you work. You walk and you work and you're talking. And she had to go to an opportunity to experience all of that. And Commissioner King, I just want to thank you. Thank you for being present. Thank you for hearing what the other commissioners and mayor were saying as well. You know, she was right. The ladies, we just allowed them to just talk about each one of those bills. Yeah, we just back and let the ladies handle it, you know. They did a fantastic job. And every one of those initiatives that she's talking about where the Florida legal cities are opposed against these initiatives, you know, the ladies really talked to them and let them know precisely what is what. I feel real good about it, you know, the way they presented themselves and represent all the cities in the state of Florida. So they did a fantastic job. Again, kudos to you, Commissioner King. Thank you, dear. Right. We'll continue with our agenda for tonight. City Clerk's report.
Yes, sir. Just a reminder, the city manager's evaluation performance evaluation is April 15th. And just to mention, I included, there's several flyers in the back for the community to take with them of different events that are going on in the community. One of our upcoming events was the Great American Cleanup is April 26th at Tanner Park from 8 to 12, so please register for that. The contact information is Mr. Kerr, and his phone number is located on the flyer. Also, Pastor Bean, Mount Calvary First Baptist Church is having an event that same day, Community Cares, Food Distribution and Health Screening event, and that is from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Thank you, City Clerk. Do you have questions for the City Clerk report? Commissioner Polk.
I don't have a question, but I just want to make the comment, and I want to thank our city clerk, because I made a request for some documents. It's a pretty hefty packet, but I see she got it. Thank you so much. Yes.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Polk. Thank you, City Clerk. Thank you. City Manager report.
Just a few items, Mayor. Actually, I'm not going to repeat those items about the state budget and the federal budget, but that one request did come in regarding the senior prom. The senior prom, which is the 2025 senior prom, is scheduled to take place in the city of Clewiston. They have made a request for $2,500. I received the letter on today. Yes, it was on my desk today. I had a conversation with one of the representatives on yesterday about the $2,500 per city request. I also shared with the representative that is not something we are fiscally able to do with some of the requests that were already supported by this commission. So I believe we're able to do a portion, probably 50%, if not less than 50% of that request, more like 35, leaning more towards $1,000, just to give a real number that we may be able to do. But right now, I just wanted to announce that to the commission. But the budget does allow, this is one thing I wanted to know, it says $35 per senior. Now, understanding that we want to ensure we are utilizing, well, give me an opportunity to meet with them if I'm able to meet the $1,000 obligation request. I will do so. I will work in that space within our procurement space and what the manager is able to do. But I do want to, I will put it on the record that it's $35 per senior, and we want to make sure that the public resources from the city of South Bay is supporting residents from South Bay. So, but I will look into that further and then bring something back to this commission for your consideration where we are fiscally able to do it. But in
Mr.
that
Manager,
same,
I have a question regarding that. What did we do the previous years? Like, how
that's
much-
what I don't have.
Okay.
So I think it was somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,000. I just don't have the number. I think one year was $800. I don't think we've ever done anything over 1,000. But again, I don't have the information in front of me to share, to give it to you, Commissioner.
Thank you, sir.
Vice Mayor, I do apologize. But I do want to have I'm going to put it out there because it's where we are administratively. Mayor Commission, your staff has already began looking at numbers for the upcoming year. And I do want to caution the public that some of these things that we are doing, we won't be able to continue doing in the coming year. We are going to, our budget is going to, not so much our budget, some of what we're doing is going to get tight just because of what's happening. And we still have to make sure we are meeting the needs of the public, providing the services and the things that they cannot provide for themselves and meeting those necessary obligations. So some of these things the public may have a conversation with you in the future. They may send a letter to the manager prior to having a conversation with you, and I may tell them no. But I want you to know the no did not come easily. And it wasn't just saying no, it's just because we're going to have to tighten our belt in what we're doing all the way around. Now, in that same conversation, I will tell this commission, and I know this is probably premature, but I know you are in evaluation time period for the manager. And I've said this to the mayor, and I will say this to this entire body tonight. Just want you to know your manager is not looking or expecting any salary adjustments, any bonuses, or anything in 2025. So I want you to hear that from me before you even get into completing your evaluation or having that conversation. That is not something I'm looking for from this evaluation process. So I wanted to say that because we are going to get lean in this space. We are, we're going to close out this year and we are fiscally sound. We have the resources. We are a healthy, functioning and healthy financial community. We live below our means already, which is why your audit is always able to share with you that you have excess revenue at the end of the year. So you've been in that position for years. So you are comfortable. But again, in order for us to move forward, and remain comfortable, we are going to have to tighten our belt in some of the things that we do for the public, for the community as a whole. So I just want to share that with the commission well in advance, because this request has come in and some others have come in that you did not see, and we were able to support to some level, but this level of the request is beyond what the manager could do. But some people have also who haven't been able to support. So I just wanted to share that with the commission and with the listening, with the general audience tonight. So,
Mr. Mayor, and
no other. Well, I do have one other item that the Parks and Rec vehicles. We have 3 vehicles.
Okay.
They are being prepared to get wrapped. Instead of painted or with the city logo on it, we are going to actually wrap them to give a more vibrant look to our recreation vehicles. So those are the items I wanted to share. I know there was a question, Mayor.
Commissioner Berry.
As an addendum to what the manager said, whenever I look at the budget, I always ask Mr. Soderman, do we need an adjustment? We have to go in and ask the commission, we are making an adjustment in the budget. What line items are affected and what will happen next month? So that is how I approach the audit, budgeting, planning strategically. It makes a difference, and it provides an open opportunity for residents when they come to the meeting and present their questions and present their requests, what we can and cannot do. We're very lean at this point. I commend Mr. Soderman and the finance staff for providing documentation on requests to support what we need. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Berry, and thank you, City Manager Cameron, as well. You know, City Manager and I, we just about talk every day, and he keep me well informed about the finance within the city of South Bay. And he'll tell me straight up, you know, we can't do this, we can't do that. That we can do it, we'll try to do it. I love that, because due to the fact that although I hold the position as a mayor, he still tells me that no, we cannot do it. And I have to listen to what he says when it comes down to finance. You got Mr. Master, you got the city manager, you got our treasurer that handle the finance each and every day, along with our staff there. So what he's saying about this upcoming budget, he had told me last year, we're definitely going to be cutting back in the new budget, the upcoming budget this year. So I understand where he's coming from. They're doing it from the federal level, they're doing it from the state level. So city have to tighten up as well. So that's what we'll be doing as well. I just said some of the words that they use. I'm just saying that we have to tighten up in reference to the city deal with our finance in the city of South Bay. Mr. Manager, again, thank you, sir. We do appreciate your report also. City attorneys are,
Yes.
Commissioner Pope, sorry,
Yes.
sir.
For the manager's report, I just want to have it placed into the record, because I know one of our residents, Mr. Green, spoke tonight about this hotel conversation, and I also have been approached from various different stakeholders in the community, and what they stated to me, and I've already shared this with the city manager, is that thanks for turning down our hotel that we were trying to bring to South Bay. And I made it clear I knew nothing about a hotel. And so I'm assuming that's where he is referring to, that the word has gotten out, because I've been approached numerous of times with it from stakeholders that are very, very important people. And so I did get a copy of the email from the city manager. He printed it out for me, that the response that we sent back to the organization. And I did ask the city manager if he would reopen that conversation or revisit that conversation, and I heard you mention the same thing tonight. So, but I do want to be on record, because these are very
They're donors.
they help us a
Major
lot.
donors.
So we don't want to send any misunderstanding that we do not support, you know. And so, but the manager did give some sort of form of clarity of what took place. But the main issue I had with it was the fact that, and I expressed this to him, that, you know, our names are on whatever you send out to these various different organizations. And for one to approach me and say, we turned down a hotel and I knew nothing about it, I didn't appreciate it. So I can better support what we're doing up here when I know what's going on. So, and I expressed that to the city manager, but due to the nature of the relationship we have with the organization, I wanted to place it into the record.
Thank you, Commissioner Polk. One of the main things that we have to take into consideration, when the city manager are trying to draft up something and bringing it back, we want to make sure that it's a sure thing. We have had numerous vendors that came to the city of South Bay, and you have, a lot of y'all have been in this building and heard that they want to bring this and want to bring that to the city of South Bay. They haven't been successful by bringing the information back to the city of South Bay. And like we go back to the hotel, it wasn't nothing solid at that particular time period. That's the reason that he did not bring it back before the commissioner there. It was approached by those individuals what they would like to bring into the city. And that's why they will continue to have the conversation with them at that particular time period, sir. But it's not trying to keep no one on the back end. We want to make sure that each commissioner, once they come before the commissioner there, everything is up to par, everything is in place, and then we can move forward on it. But again, thank you all for being here. But I said to Mr. Green, and I'm saying to the commission, the doors are still open. If they're still interested in bringing their particular hotel in the city of South Bay, or whatever they want to bring, which is legit, in the city of South Bay, we're not going to turn them around within the city of South Bay. We're going to work with those individuals. Our permitting process is very quick. We don't wait till months and months before the permits are given to those individuals that want to bring business into the city of South Bay. We work wholeheartedly with those individuals there. And we will continue to do the same thing with this individual want to bring the hotel in the city of South Bay, still there to work. I was just in a workshop in Tallahassee when Commissioner King and the Florida League of Mayors and the community development director, he gave me some ideas of how to present these things. These individuals still really to bring that hotel within the city of South Bay, because they have dealt with some of the same thing that we're dealing with, and people's asking to donate their property within Tallahassee there. But I would be giving the city manager as well to talk to him about that. I did get the guy's name, I got his card and everything. So therefore, it's a question that I need to know, something that we can help this individual bring that particular business into the city of South Bay. We definitely would do that. But the doors are still open, the doors is not closed. It's still there for talking and negotiation time. All right, thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Polk. We do appreciate that, sir. City attorney's report.
No report at this time.
All right, thank you. Future agenda items.
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
You're none?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that, Commissioner King. Commissioner King.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to have a discussion about bringing some kind of doggy park to the community, because I've been getting complaints from some residents about residents when they're walking their dogs, that the dogs are they're letting their dogs poop in their yards or around their property. So if we can either create a ordinance pertaining to residents walking their dogs and letting them poop, or try to bring maybe a doggy area where the residents can take their dog to this particular area in the city. If we can have a future conversation about that issue.
Did you want to put that as a motion on the floor?
Yes.
Okay. Let me give you a motion.
So moved. She was moving that we have a dog poop park.
We have a motion by Commissioner King and a second by Commissioner Berry to try to establish a dog park within the city of South Bay. Do you have any questions further?
Discussion.
Mr. Manager, you gonna say something?
Yes, we just want to be clear. I have dog park and ordinance relative to dog walking. Those were my notes. So not just the dog park, it was.
Which one?
What I said, ordinance or a park or area for our.
So just, Mr. Mayor, just
Yes,
so that
Madam
we're
Attorney.
clear, this will be a discussion only?
Yeah, discussion
Okay.
only, that's correct. It's already be a discussion, right, yes. Any other question? Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Commissioner King?
Yes.
Commissioner Poe?
Yes.
Commissioner Berry?
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin?
Yes.
Mayor Collins?
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Commissioner King. Passed by all commissioners. We'll continue with our agenda tonight.
Mayor?
Go ahead, Commissioner Pope.
I have a future agenda item.
Yes, sir.
I would like to move that we do an RFP for Northwest 3rd Street. Not in the way of emergency, because I know we've been doing repairs on roads by way of emergency. But I think, you know, if we can get an RFP, that we should be able to. And Northwest 3rd Street is the street that you'd use to go into the Dollar General. And so that's our main source of shopping. Most people utilize that Dollar General here. That's our only closest thing to a grocery store, you know.
Commissioner Poker, you're talking about reconstruction or
No,
just
no.
paving?
Right, because I know we haven't gotten to that stage where we could do a total reconstruction. And I see the manager pulled out the resource book, so but just like we did on Northwest 11th, Northwest 9th, and they're holding up very well.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, the residents.
Mr. Manager, I think you have got some equipment, am I correct, to do those roads in the city of South Bay? Some of them?
Yes, we did. Yes. Short answer, yes. But Mayor, Commissioner Pope, if we could, Northwest 3rd right now is a $1.4 million rebuild. And I know you're stating just for those repairs. If we could, your engineers haven't determined that road to be suitable for those level of repairs. So if you give staff an opportunity to prepare something that we're able to do prior to your motion for an RFP, because it's gonna take a little bit more to determine, because it is not set aside for a full, just those repairs. It is set aside for a full road reconstruction in our current,
and I'm sure that's based off how bad it is.
Correct.
Yes. So that's why it needs
let
the
me have the engineers look at it.
Yes, sir.
And see what we are able to do.
Yes, sir.
Based upon before you put that motion on, if you don't mind.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
What was your commission?
Yeah, I'll follow his recommendation.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you. We do appreciate it. We'll continue with our agenda for the night. Commissioner coming for the good of the order. Commissioner King.
I want to take this time. I'm not going to be long. I don't, did it earlier. But I just want to take this time to thank everybody that came out tonight. It was just a great joy to see so many residents that's coming out and taking part in their local government. And I just wanted to let everybody know that I love you no matter what, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you have a wonderful night. Keep me and my family in your prayers. I'm getting ready to travel the road, hopefully tomorrow or Thursday. Had a tragic death in my family. So just keep me and my family in your prayers.
Our condolences to you and your family. Safe travel. Commissioner Pope.
Yes, and my condolences, our condolences to you, Commissioner King. Again, thank everyone for coming out. It's good to see a full house. And so just continue to keep us lifted in your prayers as we are working to make South Bay better. We are already the greatest city in the Tri-City, so we're working to make it better. So good night, God bless you. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Pope. Commissioner Berry.
Thank you so much and have a good evening. Be safe.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Berry. Vice Mayor McKelvin. That's it.
Thank you all for coming out. I know it's been a long night. Again, Commissioner King, our condolences to you and your family. On another note, on this Saturday, Rosenwald Elementary School drumline will be competing at Palm Beach Lakes High School in the drumline competition. We start at 2:30, so please keep us lifted in your prayers that we bring home the trophy. This is our first time for a lot of our kids that's going to be actually competing against other elementary schools throughout the district. Have a great night, and may God continue to bless you and your families.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Appreciate it as well. Just a quick note. Yesterday I had a meeting yesterday of what Florida Crystal and U.S. Sugar trying to do. They're trying to allocate 8,600 acres of land for water storage. And it's somewhere back in by the reservoir in that area there, what they're doing. And what they want to do, they stated to us yesterday, there would be 140 jobs that would be created in reference to heavy equipment, and it would be on the jobs training there. It's ongoing at this present time. They will be meeting with the zoning committee, Palm Beach County zoning, Thursday. The three mayors, we would definitely be at that zoning meeting and let them know that what they're trying to bring to the Glaze area, the sugar company is allocating that particular land there, and we're going to support it when it comes down to jobs, especially in the Glaze area there. So we're going to continue to keep you informed in reference to that there, and hopefully that will continue to move through by the Palm Beach County Zoning Committee, and then they're able to push that out. The individual said that it'd probably be able to complete that particular project by 2036. So that means that that'll be a lot of jobs that are being created here in the Glaze area if everything goes well dealing with that particular water storage there. Again, I just want to say thank you to every one of you all. Thank the commission and thank the wonderful work that you're doing. These are the things that we love about our residents. Come and hear what we have to say, hear what is being said here. You can hear a lot of things out in the streets out there, but when you hear it yourself, you'll be able to correct it when they come to you. No, it did not. It did not go that way. They did not say that there. So you'll be able to tell the story the same way we tell the story when we go out as well. Because a lot of time people don't listen at the commissioner, they will listen at you. And tonight, I just say, continue to come to this commission and get involved in what is taking place. Tonight, before I dismiss, Palm Beach County Sheriff Department, the Palm Beach County Fire Department, do you have anything that you'd like to say? Thank you. We do appreciate the work that you are doing. Continue to do the thing that you're doing. It's one area that I still talking about, Sergeant Ortiz, is Northwest 10th Street, where the new homes is coming up. That area there's continue to hang out in that particular area. We want to make sure that when those families move in the city of South Bay, they'll be well welcomed in the city of South Bay. They don't have nothing to worry about, knowing that they're being protected by the Palm Beach County Sheriff Department. I do appreciate you all, and may God continue to bless each and every one of y'all. And when you go home tonight, don't forget to tell your children you love them, and tomorrow morning when you get up, kiss them and say goodbye, and I'll see you when I get home. I entertain my motion to adjourn.
So move, Mr. Mayor.
Meeting adjourned.